Apparently chat thinks you're mute.
Gotta do that whole thing again. Gotta do that entirely again.
It's OBS is just it deselects my microphone for some reason. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to session 32 of Shadows of Sorcery. My apologies. My microphone just seems to sometimes forget that I'm there. Which,
I know that feeling.
you know,
I
fun
do
times.
forget Lucian's there sometimes.
Good God.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. You see what I have to deal with, chat? Anyway, tonight we are joined by Lydia, playing Ingvar Svan.
Hi. I'm sleepy.
We are joined by Lying, playing Darren Moran. Who is apparently dead. We are joined by...
sorry, I didn't notice you.
We are joined by Rakan, playing Horace.
My bones hurt.
And we are joined by Zerion, playing the Librarian.
Fireball.
We will also be joined... We will also be joined by Elfie, who will be playing Prodigious Maximus. But they are, as usual, a little late to the session, as we are aware. Last we left off, who wants to do the recap of the last session?
I think this is an Ingvar moment.
I do think this is an Ingvar moment. Lydia, please.
And I'll just go back to bed. They broke into the mansion, eventually. They did they had a big whole-ass discussion about breaking into the mansion place. Broken right through the back door. Found a trapdoor to the basement. The others, like, Darren and Proud's already in the basement. So the librarian, the Rakan, joined them in the basement. And then the magister, owner of the mansion came through into the kitchen. And Ingvar went, fuck this, I'm out, and went through the back door. That's about it.
That pretty much sums it up. Yeah. Last session, our party decided to... Well, half of our party decided to mount a rescue mission, while the other half got partially drunk, and one of them poisoned themselves. The rescue mission went well up until the point where the people being rescued didn't want to be rescued. After which, the people doing the rescuing got themselves trapped in the place where the people who were being rescued were. And Ingvar, in having the brightest idea, decided to sprint out the back door into the waiting arms of a pair of city guards. Fun times.
That's your flight or fight response, I guess.
And let's not also forget the homicide committed by the librarian.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Let's not forget. Let's not forget the fact that the librarian hunted an old man off a tower, and who then proceeded to fall 100 feet.
That was going to retire in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
And has a daughter that's relying on him as well.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Anyway, let's start with Ingvar. Ingvar, you have sprinted out the back door of the kitchen of the manor of Magister Varen Lork into the lantern light of 2 guards, one of which is holding a crossbow and the other is holding sort of a pike. who haven't turned to look at you yet. Apparently, I'm having trouble controlling people. There we go. Who have not yet turned to look at you, but the door behind you is open. You can hear footsteps in the kitchen, and the guards have noticed something and are about to turn around. What do you do?
Well, my question was, he literally came tumbling out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering if he just tumbled straight into the god. He just missed the step entirely and just tumbled straight into the gods.
No. The guards are about, 10 feet in front of where the door is. So you wouldn't have tumbled into them, but you're kind of, crouched on the ground just behind them, and the one with the crossbow is about to turn around. What do you do?
Can I sneak to the... God, which way am I looking at this camera? Jesus Christ. To the left. Sneak around the corner, maybe.
Okay, use west or east. You have
West.
a compass in... Okay, so west. Yeah, you could definitely try. Roll me a stealth check.
Let me grab my stealth button. Stealth thing. Space. Keyboard. Look at me. Whoop. Oh, that's gone.
Into the void.
That's +5, so that's 17.
17. Okay, so you dash to the west. You're going around the corner?
Yep.
Okay. As you do, the guard turns, and he's turning from north to east to south. So, just as you dash round the corner, you hear the guard go, "Hey, Jake, did you leave that door open?" And the other one goes, "No, didn't. What door?" And you seem to have escaped their notice now.
Yay.
Okay. What do you do?
Give him a couple of moments so the heart stops hammering like a rabbit.
You do notice about, maybe 75 feet down this side of the manor are another pair of guards who are in fact patrolling and are moving in your direction. Not quickly. They're ambling along, but they are patrolling. It seems what has happened is one set of guards has been stationed at the back of the house permanently now, and the other two sets are patrolling around the house. So they're not getting there quickly, but they are ambling towards you.
No. Do the first two guards go in the house, or they're just staring at an open door?
One of them is they're both staring at the open door, and as this is happening, you hear footsteps coming on marble tiled floor, something that sounds like 1-inch heeled boots, on a marble tiled floor, followed by a voice that you are aware of, a relatively older voice go, "Who opened this door? What's going on?" You recognize this as the voice of the Magister Verin Lork, who you have heard in passing in previous times. And the two guards sort of straighten up as you kind of peer around the corner. You see them straighten up, sort of stand to attention as the Magister is addressing them, and he starts kind of yelling at them a little bit. The sounds are indistinct. It seems like he's quite tired, and you can't quite hear what's being said from around the corner.
Well, Ingvar's not gonna. He knows everybody else is relatively safe. He's probably the one in most danger out here, to be honest. I'm assuming he's still wearing the disguise.
Yes, you are still disguised as a guard.
So I'm just wondering if he can just. The problem is he hasn't really got much persuasion if he runs into anybody.
It's up to you. You are currently not holding anything torch-like, so you do look a little suspicious, but you are wearing a guard's uniform, so not quite as suspicious as you would be if you were just wearing your own clothes.
Maybe he's just gonna amble down the side of the house. Just, pretend he's coming from the other side.
Okay. So you're just going to amble down along this edge of the house, past the two guards that are currently making their... I'll just draw out the route that they're taking. They're kind of doing this as their patrol route.
So if I were to just go straight mouse right. Something like... And then by the time Ingvar gets up there, they're going to be down here.
Ingvar gets to about there, they'll be around about here.
Right. So hopefully he'll be not suspicious enough to draw attention by that point.
Okay, with a 17 on your stealth,
yeah,
you manage to get there with relative ease, just moving casually along until you eventually come to the patio, sort of just below the level of the main sort of front porch section of the manor house, and you look up between the railings, and you see what looks to be some form of spellcaster at the other side of the house on the patio, and a very, very heavily armored figure standing quite close to you, who is essentially wearing full plate armor and stands at about 7 feet tall.
That's not somebody we want to mess with.
You notice as well... actually, no. Roll me a perception check. Very quickly.
Yeet.
Perception roll.
Plus... Where the flip is it going? Perception. That's the perception button. Oh. Well, there it is. Plus 3, so that was 10, I think.
10. Okay, so this guard character, you can't really tell gender under essentially full plate armor. It's not easy to tell at the best of times, and right now it's pitch black in the middle of the night. What you do notice is on the left shoulder, you see 3 small gold bars that seem to have been hammered and welded onto the armor, with what is essentially one large sort of blade-like shape going through the middle of them. Seems to be an indication of rank, possibly quite high.
Oh no.
And because this is a class-based society, rank means powerful.
Yes.
Oh no.
That's why no one can step to the king.
Hmm.
We'll come back to you, Lydia. In the meanwhile,
In the
Librarian
cellar.
Horace, you have both just landed in the cellar of the home of the Magister, where Darren has repeatedly stated they do not want to be rescued. What are you doing?
Okay, so after falling in there, just like dusting myself off, just like, oh, shit, your job is going to be a lot tougher, Darren, now that we have to apologize.
Is it, though?
I don't know, frankly.
Apologizing is most likely to involve a lot less potential blood. Both ours and anyone else's.
The only thing is, I'm worried about Ingvar, so. I mean, we could just straight up say we didn't communicate. We came in about the rescue, and then you were telling us,
That's
"Oh
the
no."
exact explanation I intend to give, in fact.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if that's the case, then very well done.
In
I
which
feel-
case, you being here is probably a stronger mark for our argument than me just saying, oh yes, I had some fellows stop by and they left. It's like, your security is worthless.
Then I suppose. What about Ingvar?
He's probably fine. Darted out the back door, I think I heard, so, you know, probably just by the
Yeah,
gate right now.
seems
Yeah,
like
he's
it.
shitting himself.
He'll be fine.
Just don't mention we have a man outside, and it'll look more like we're respectable and reliable and trustworthy.
Yeah.
Bearing in
What the
mind
fuck?
that
What?
two of you are currently wearing stolen uniforms.
Yeah, probably should strip right now.
Where did you get those uniforms? Out of curiosity, did you find like the lockers or something?
You know, maybe
Don't worry
it's best if I don't answer that question. We were very panicked when we were. I was very panicked when we heard that you were captured.
I see. You murdered someone, didn't you?
Not murdered. We knocked them out. We were good Samaritans.
Uh-huh. You knocked
Yeah.
someone out and stole their clothes. That's usually considered mugging.
Better than murder.
Better than murder.
Got me there, I'll give you that.
Whatever happened to Prod?
He decided that since we'd be here till morning, he would drink the finest liquor he could find, otherwise known as the oldest liquor he could find, and,
Oh, God.
ta-da.
Oh dear God. All right. All right. Well, I suppose he got what he asked for.
Yeah. I suggest
I-
we don't follow suit. I don't think that our host, as they currently sit, would be dreadfully pleased to find their wine cellar had been emptied.
Well, at the very least, if Prod took a sip of their worst wine, we could at least tell him to avoid that one and probably throw it away.
Yeah, otherwise, be careful of the obelisk. Don't get too close to that statue in the back. I think it's probably cursed. Find yourself the warmest corner of the stone flooring you can find and get some rest, I guess.
Very well then. Are you holding up,
notice,
librarian?
Horace,
Oh.
that in the corner of the room, that sort of rolled away and sort of hit the back corner of the room, a half-empty wine bottle that seems to have rolled out of Prod's grasp.
Yeah, that does not look healthy.
You do you inspect the bottle?
Yes, I would like to inspect the bottle.
So you pick it up and you look at this relatively ancient-looking bottle. It has dust on the sides that weren't in Prod's hand. You can't find the cork. And you kind of tip the bottle back and forth a little bit, and the liquid doesn't so much slosh as it slides back and forth a little bit, with a slight bit of resistance that liquid shouldn't usually have.
Okay. I'm not sure if crows can gag, but like a very noticeable gag, and just like, are you sure he's still alive?
He's breathing.
Fuck, I'm pretty sure if any of us tried to take a sip, that'd be I can't speak. That might be a different story.
I'm tempted to do a medicine check on Prod, but I only have a +1.
I mean,
I
you can do it if you'd like.
I guess.
I could cast resistance to help out with that for the check, because I think they can add that even after they do the roll.
I
mean,
gonna say,
what are you
bother
trying
wasting
to
a
do
spell
here?
slot,
Are you
but we
trying
about to have a long
to
rest.
are you trying to inspect Prod to figure out what's going on, or are you trying to like actively heal Prod from whatever
I
is
think I'm
happening?
trying to diagnose.
Okay, so with a diagnosis, resistance wouldn't do much. It would just be a straight medicine check. Or if you can think of something that would help with this.
Well, I rolled a 16.
16. So you look over Prod's green-skinned figure,
He's supposed to
and
be that color. It's fine.
Hmm?
He's supposed to be that color. It's fine.
you notice on his palms, on the underside of his wrists, and sort of through the various veins on the parts of his body that are exposed, as well as sort of up one side of his neck, there's these bluish splotches where the skin seems to have discolored slightly. From what you can tell, this seems to be some sort of poison.
You don't say.
As in, specifically speaking, Prod has the poisoned status effect for the next 24 hours. And is also at stage 2 of exhaustion. And you can tell
Right.
that from that roll.
Right.
Not the healthiest our boy has been.
15
15 was the DC for that.
I've seen healthier whores in brothels, but I think we're doing. I think he'll be okay.
Well, as long as he won't die, he'll live to feel the consequences.
Just like everyone who went in those brothels.
All right. I'm going to strip. I'm gonna take off the armor.
Okay, so you're taking off the disguise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something more breathable, thank God.
Is anyone else doing anything? While...
I also take off the disguise, because, yeah,
where
would we have that on right now?
So, are you keeping the disguise with you, or are you putting it somewhere, stashing it?
I'm taking as many of the disguise clothes as possible and building a kind of clothes golem in the corner of our cage for fun.
Oh,
What else are you supposed to do with them?
okay.
Just
What
don't
else have I got to fucking do? I'm in a jail cell.
Just don't write the word life on it in Hebrew.
Oh god.
God, no.
Oh no!
Well, I mean, it's not just a jail cell. It is a cellar. There is stuff that you can take a look at if you want to.
Oh, can I cast Detect Magic then? As a ritual cast then?
Yeah, go for it. You
I
you
do that.
cast. It takes about 10 minutes, and you cast Detect Magic. The obelisk in the center of the room lights up, as well as you see over the 2 cells or storage areas on the eastern side of the room, a faint sort of film of magic is sort of covering the entirety of the bars, essentially, and all the space in between the bars. You look towards the back of the room, in the small sort of crypt area. The statue at the back is emanating some form of magical aura. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Long
What
way
Can I
kind
to
of
go.
cast
vibe?
Identify on the obelisk?
Are you ritual casting Identify?
Yeah, I've got nothing but time down here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, that's true. You've got about 7 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast ritual. You ritual cast Identify on the obelisk. Could you read me the exact wording of the Identify spell, please?
Yes, as soon as I type that into 5e tools. One moment.
It's there somewhere.
It's fair. It's valid. Like 5e tools is a really good resource for that sort of thing.
I mean, my purchased copy of the book that has all the spells that Wizard of Coast make that I spent many money on.
Of course,
Hold
of
on,
course.
let me get mine.
All the official content from the
let's
player's
see.
handbook.
You choose an object that you must touch throughout the casting the spell. If a magic item or some other magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Da, da, da.
The pillar opens up. The other half of the horny rock is in there.
Oh God.
Well, you have the whole of the gem of lust, so that wouldn't be it.
Double love.
Yes. There's we found the horny rock. The second step, the thirst rock.
Oh no, we found the
Sure.
simp stone.
The simps.
Oh God Almighty.
Okay. Da, da, da.
No, the whole obelisk just turns into the stone.
Okay.
Oh no,
So-
not the sexy obelisk.
This is the obelisk itself isn't enchanted specifically. The obelisk is being used as a focus for an enchantment. What is identifiable are the gems that are set into the base of the obelisk. And these are gems of illusory projection. Specifically, they are creating illusory fields on the eastern storage chambers.
Ooh.
So, to you guys, those storage chambers look completely empty. But these gems are projecting that visual onto the essentially behind the bars, and that entire area is being projected as being completely empty. Let's see, what else does Identify tell you? It says you learn whether any spells are affecting the item. They are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. Okay, so This spell was created by a ritual cast of Greater Illusion. I think it's called Greater Illusion.
I think it was Major Image.
Major Image. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
It is magic item.
The Rules Scholar.
It does not require attunement to use, but it takes up to 8 hours to tune the image of the gem to a specific representation of what the summoner, or rather the enchanter, wishes it to look like.
Okay, so it's... When you say the storage quarters, is that where we currently are in terms of, like, the one on the east side is the east one, the one on the west side is the west side? Or is that a completely different room?
No. So, the storage areas are here and here.
Yeah, so that's...
So, yeah.
We're in the room with the storage areas.
Yeah,
basically.
you're in the same room. It's just that those two sections are gated off.
Okay. And so it basically is just there to make it look like there's nothing currently stored there.
Yes. It's making it look like the rooms are completely empty.
Who currently has the compass?
That will be me.
Darren.
Darren does.
And it is still on my person. It has not vanished while we're down here.
Yeah.
And it is pointing up, correct?
It's spinning, which suggests that it's up.
When you angle it, because you can angle it, it's not like it's not fixed to the flat plane. When you angle it and you point it upwards, it stops spinning and points directly to a specific place on the ceiling.
Okay, so it's definitely up.
It's definitely up, yeah.
Well, there's some weird illusion stuff with the pillar making it seem like this rich fucker doesn't have anything down here.
Oh.
But aside from that, I don't think there's very much.
Apart from the enchanted, or somewhat enchanted, possibly statue at the back of the crypt.
Yeah, except for the weird
Speaking of-
statue at the back of the crypt.
Could you identify that one out of curiosity? Darren, a question. By what percentage are you sure that it's cursed?
Genre savvy, I guess, mainly. I'm. Can you think of a circumstance where someone puts what appears to be quite obviously several graves with a giant guarding statue behind iron bars in their wine cellar, and going through the bars was the good idea?
Well, I've been to quite a few nobles' houses in my days, and that taste of decor is usually quite drab.
Suffice to
Can
say,
I-
this seems hella sus.
Can I touch the statue if I reach through the bars?
No.
It's like deep in there.
Yeah, so the statue is... Hold on, let me actually measure that distance for you.
Yeah, I don't really see it.
Yeah, give me a second. So the statue
It's
is
all the way over there.
25 feet away. So no, you cannot reach it through the bars.
I'm sure if you tried hard enough.
Would it be
Yeah.
funny if we spent time tonight technically desecrating a grave? I don't think it would be, right?
I don't think that's usually considered being good guests.
That's not popular with the youth or anything. It's not hip.
Please do not give me more to explain tomorrow.
Okay, so we're going with a hard no on the grave desecration, is what I'm understanding here.
Correct.
Yes, grave robbing is usually frowned upon across the lands.
Okay, wonderful. I guess I'll read.
Could I attempt to just get a vibe check with an Arcana check on the statue?
You're relatively attuned to the Arcana. I'd say yes, you can. Like it's gonna be a high DC because quite far away, but yeah, I'd allow that.
Oh, I've got time to. I'm gonna get a long rest after this. I'll go. I'll use Kenku Recall, so that gives me advantage to the check. Oh.
Oh!
Yeah, that
What
was
a friendly
no.
statue! What a lovely friendly statue we have here!
This is quite. I must say, this
so
statue is quite pretty.
You kind of you set your palm against the gate, and you focus on the statue, and you definitely feel some form of arcane force. You feel it reaching out towards you. A tendril of magic sort of spiraling forth, and you feel compelled and pulled. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, Rakan.
Ah, fuck me.
Because you rolled lower than a 10.
Do I notice
Wait, is it 10 on the dice? Because I have a +8, so that would have been a 12.
So it's... Okay, so specifically speaking, if you'd rolled lower than a 5 on the dice, this is what would occur. But I'm giving you a 10 because, technically speaking, if you'd done better, you would be fine, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind that the DC for actually, the arcane identification of this statue, the DC for that would have been 20. Because on the dice you rolled lower than a 5. This is happening now. So roll me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 14 on the roll 20.
14. Okay. So you feel this tendril of magic reach out and brush against your temple. It feels like a hand. This gossamer, silken, purple, ethereal hand that's caressing your face, and then you snap out of it, and you look around the room, and there is nothing there. Completely empty and void.
Okay. Yeah, that's cursed. Definitely cursed.
When you were in this trance-like state, for that brief moment, you felt so safe. Like nothing bad could ever happen to you. Like, if you stayed there, you would be safe forever.
Well, that ain't concerning at all. Jesus.
Yeah, that's not concerning at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I was just like, I think I need a moment. If you'd all excuse me, and just like lie down against the wall and just kind of just deep in thought, just like, I don't know.
Horace, what happened? Did the statue do something?
As well, it felt. I don't know. I know. I mean, by God, I've got good instincts, but I know that it's good. That it's bad news. I know that it means something bad, but. But
I just I take a couple of the fucking pieces of clothing from our disguises and I just hang them up over the bar so we can't see the statue. Some impromptu curtains. I mean, we're just going to stop them from looking at us.
That's but I'll call me insane. It felt nice. I don't know.
There's a lot of weird magic out there. You don't have to feel
Well,
like you.
lots of things that are bad for you can also seem extremely nice.
Yes, exactly.
Take a look at Prod, for instance.
Yeah, good point. It's just like
Or Calyptian fireworms. They burn so good.
Calyptian. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I just read about it once in a
Roll me an
zoology
intelligence
encyclopedia.
check.
Actually, would that be a nature check?
Yes, it would be a nature check.
I don't have proficiency, and I don't know why I was asking, but anyways, I'll roll it here. Okay, that's a 13.
A 13. Okay. You've read in passing about Calyptian fireworms. A Calyptian fireworm is known in the southern sort of regions of Rathan, as they're about like 4 inches long.
Oh.
And
Ow.
You good, Olivia?
You all right?
I
You
hit
all
my
right,
knee on the
Olivia?
desk.
Feel that.
So they're about 4 inches long, and they have bright red scales. They are essentially tiny, tiny red snakes. And along their back, they have small spines that erupt in small bursts of flame. They are prized for their use in the creation of specific types of alcoholic beverages. That is what you know from a passing glance at a book.
Great.
Now I have to add that creature to my lore pile. Thank you, Zarian.
Like
for that.
adding little
You
things into your
had
world.
every
Are you saying that
opportunity
it's
to
not
say that it
richer
was made
now?
up.
Not richer for having Calyptian fireworms in your world?
Sure.
Or does no one appreciate my worms that I give to this world?
You had every opportunity to just say that it was absolute BS.
Yep.
Oh, I did.
You chose
but-
this path.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You could
Okay.
have just said it was a creature from a children's book.
Beats the time when players were trying to cure somebody, and so we had to discuss the true meaning of what the adrenal system works with this fantasy fucking poison.
Has got my axe in his central nervous system.
Managed to get cured with the power of backflips and silvery barbs. Anyways, just like, I think I read about, just not like now stuck in thought, just like, I think I read about those before. Wait, what the fuck were you talking? What did you say about Calyptian fireworms?
Oh, never mind.
All right. Okay, you know what?
I wish
Actually,
I
I
could
did.
do some references sometimes.
You know what? I do appreciate that. Librarian, you got my mind off things.
I miss being able to browse the library sometimes. I would be able to provide you with much more information on things like Calyptian fireworms.
Well, I was more intent on studying elven blade dancing, but there's always loads of information to find. It's funny how far books can get you when it comes to casting spells.
Yes, they are quite good for that, but you know, studying up is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I do got to go in the library run again. It's been a while.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to do before I go back to Lydia?
Nope.
Nah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Long rest.
chilling, killing.
All right, Lydia, you are sitting just below the veranda of the front of the house. There is a large guard up top. You can hear from around the front of the house. You can hear a pair of guards patrolling around the main courtyard. You can just about see the lantern light of their torches. Another set of guards are behind you and are slowly walking around the other way to the house. What are you doing?
Wondering if I can get from here to here without being seen.
You can certainly try.
I assume that would require another stealth roll.
It would require another stealth check. You're dashing across a relatively wide open area, and your clothing is relatively dark browns and greys and stuff, so it does help, but that's what's allowing you to do this stealthily at all, essentially.
Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. Whoop! That's 15.
15. Okay. Just meets the DC. You
Ooh.
manage. You start dashing across the wide open space, and you miss a small root that is protruding just out of the ground, and you trip and fall, and there's a bit of a thump. And you get up and you quickly scurry along, just as the guards turn. One of them raises their lantern towards where you were, but you managed to just about skirt around, past, and into the bushes.
And he's gonna stay there for a while.
Okay, so how long are you going to stay there?
It depends how long have we got? For the 7-8 hours?
Well, it's at this point, it's been about 20 minutes. Where from you exiting, getting to where you are, sitting there for a couple of minutes, and the others doing their little things in the basement. You've probably got about 6.5 hours till dawn.
Jesus.
So you can sit in that bush and wait until dawn if you want. It's not going to be comfortable, and it's not going to give you a long rest.
Well, it's not like Ingvar's got any spell slots to recharge. He's just gonna hunker down in the bush for 6.5 hours.
All right. Well, all right then. So, let us fast forward to the morning. The sun rises over the city of Farrenholm. The morning light hitting the iron fencing of the Lork estate. Ingvar wakes groggily. You take a point of exhaustion. But you wake up and you peek out from beneath the bush. No one seems to have noticed you. You were relatively well hidden. The rest of you do get a long rest. It's about 7 to 8ish hours later. So you'll get a long rest. It's not a particularly comfortable long rest, but you are on a basement floor that is stone. It's not very comfortable at all, but it's better than nothing.
Better than a bush.
It's better than bush. That's definitely true.
Yes.
You wake up. All of you wake up to the sound of a loud as the hallway entrance to the cellars slowly starts to open. Out in the hallway, you all see the Magister standing at the top of the stairs, flanked by... Where the... Oh, I see. Hold on. Flanked by a large, hulking, one might say, armored guard, and what looks to be some form of spellcaster. Behind them, you see a pair of crossbowmen and a pair of pikemen, sort of standing in line. Hold on, let me situate all of them. And additionally, one more sort of big user standing at the back. By the looks of it, they're not taking any chances. So, yeah. You all awaken to the sound of this large door opening. Prod, still passed out on the floor for the moment. And probably unlikely to awaken anytime soon. But we'll see. You, Lydia, you, Ingvar, I should say, you are awakened that morning by the sound of two large carriages being drawn by relatively large horses, clattering their way down the drive. One is a familiar-looking carriage that you saw the other day, that seems to belong to the Magister himself. The other is a heavy iron-walled carriage with spikes on the roof, massive bars on the various windows, and is being driven by a city guard. And it looks to be some sort of paddy wagon. The rest of you, down in the cellar, you all watch as people just vanish because of some... Hold on. I need to...
Gone. Reduced to dust.
The hide volumes are... There we go. The hide volumes are a bit weird. You all watch as the large sort of guard captain-esque figure steps forward and addresses you. And when I say addresses, I mean addresses. Their voice is booming. And they shout down into the cellar. By order of the Magister Verenlork, you are under arrest for a variety of crimes, including infiltrating the home of a government official, attempted assassination, and known ties to the Carnifex Syndicate. Do any of you have anything to say at this juncture?
Pretty sure we're already under arrest. No, I'm not gonna say that. No.
Well, it's just one big misunderstanding, isn't it?
May we please
Also,
discuss
aren't you
this
bothered
with
by the fact there's more of us in here than there were last night?
Shh! Don't mention that. May we please discuss this with the Magister?
The Magister is standing right there. What do you want
okay.
to say? He's
Oh, right, yeah.
He is standing in the middle of these two figures. One of them is a spellcaster on his left. The other one is a massively built guard on his right, and he's standing in the middle of them, holding this large staff.
Yeah. We would like to discuss things with you and make sure to clear things over. I do assure you that this is a big misunderstanding, and we are able to clear everything up and clear our names.
The Magister steps forward and looks at you and goes, "You infiltrate my house in the middle of the night. You destroy my dining room. You threaten my servants. And you attempt to assassinate me. And you expect me to believe this is a misunderstanding?"
So my headset cut out, and I'm guessing no one heard what I've been saying for the past, 15 minutes.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Shall we rewind? What were you saying?
Yeah, everyone just reverses, like a VHS tape.
It's rewind time.
To the charge of an official's home, I believe we can quite plainly not attest that. That is quite clearly something we have done, and to that we will certainly apologize. I don't believe there is a reasonable argument could be made that we were here to assassinate you, considering that you very soundly defeated us and we surrendered instantaneously.
And threatening your servants. As far I'm quite sure that none of us have done that.
God might have.
You
never mind.
might have, Darren. You did. You both threatened the servants.
Yes, I know, but he wasn't standing in the room at the time. Anyways, we do not have ties to the Carnifex. In fact, we are trying to get ties to the Carnifex in this action in order to destroy them. We need your help for this.
The Magister
something in this building that they want,
narrows his
and-
eyes at you.
There is something in this building that they want. We were sent to get it, and if we can get it, we can definitely murder at least one of their heads.
The Magister narrows his eyes, and the large guard figure on the right looks at him and looks back at you and goes...
They killed someone very dear to us. We have no other designs than their destruction.
And goes... You will be arrested and interrogated.
We're very
And
happy
if
to tell
we
you
are
everything you want
satisfied
from this wine cellar.
with your testimony, we may decide leniency. And the Magister inclines his head and leaves.
If you take us from this wine cellar right now, nothing will stop the Carnifex.
They'll also know that we've been,
The
we've
Magister has
blabbed.
left. He has walked away. The guards, the heavy guard at the top and the spellcaster, step to the side of the passage, and the rest of the guards flank the main hallway as they await your ascent of the stairs.
Very well then. I will.
It's in absolutely no one's best interest if we leave this wine cellar right now, is it?
What else can we do? We have to follow what they say. We gotta make sure this goes cleanly.
If we leave this building, I guarantee that they will know that we failed.
Yeah, the thing is, what else can we do?
I mean, we could leave and find the object. Is the compass still pointing up?
I don't imagine they're going to take us to his bedroom.
Oh, I just mean, you know, fuck the whole thing.
I don't think he's your type.
How vulgar. No, I just meant that this is getting quite political. And not in our favor, it looks like.
I think we skipped that part when we went to assassinating the head of an international crime syndicate. Or at least
I wasn't part of any of that, so,
Right, my brain went throw the lusty stone at him, thanks.
yeah.
I'm
just saying there's other options aside from being at the mercy of this man who certainly is not inclined to believe us without an interview which would tip off the Carnifet to our true intentions.
That's the issue.
I'm astonished I didn't get a persuasion roll at any point in there.
Well, I suppose I could give it a shot. One
Are you
second.
intending to do
Oh
that?
wait,
Sorry?
you can Misty Step, can't you?
I can, but I can try and talk to the gods right now, and see if I could convince them to let us have an audience with the Magister and have him directly interrogate us.
I think that's kind of like talking to the social media manager. I don't think they're gonna get to somebody with authority to do that.
Look, there's a church in this city, right? There's multiple, in fact, if I remember correctly. One of those priests must have access to, I believe, the Zone of Truth spell. For an interrogation that would be, you know, undeniable. We could ask for a priest.
We could.
That screams like stool pigeon to me.
What other options do we have, Darren? Right now we're fucked out of luck, and we need to grasp at straws.
Where's Horace in all of this? Out of curiosity, where's the donkey?
At the end.
Okay.
At the end.
I just realized we have 5 people on my sidebar, and I'm not sure where one of them is.
All right, let me see if I can if I can talk them into it. I will slowly approach the guards on the stairs with my arms raised above my head and just like, may I offer a proposition?
The spellcaster steps forward and inclines their head.
Do you happen to know the spell? Do you happen to know the spell Zone of Truth?
The spellcaster looks at you for a moment and goes, "We have clerics who assist with the interrogations, who are able to do so.
But I would like to suggest that we be interrogated directly here. Our plan is currently involves. We are planning to take down the Carnifet Syndicate, and
As you say this, the spellcaster laughs, like outright just laughs, and goes, "You plan to take down the Carnifet Syndicate? Oh, that's the best thing I've heard all week.
Shall we assume you're on that take
Honestly,
then?
Anna, They plan to take down the Carnifex Syndicate, and you see the spellcaster is now talking to the guard who's next to her. And Enna laughs as well. Both of them just start laughing their heads off.
Oh, so both of you understand how difficult this will be, yet you're making it so much harder.
And the spellcaster looks down at you and goes, "If the Carnifex don't already know you've been captured, then they will within a matter of minutes.
Right.
And regardless,
So help us.
even if
Before
we
they
could
find
help
out.
you, even if we could, why would we? It's our necks on the block. The Carnifex..." The spellcaster turns to the guard captain and sort of waves her hand. And the guard captain turns to all of the guards in the hallway and gestures. And you all hear the clanking of boots as the entire hallway is emptied.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Your
got-
Discord froze.
The guard turns to all the guards in the hall, and they all go out for ice cream.
They all go out for ice
Only.
cream and have a nice adventure.
It's pizza party at the office, everyone.
All the guards exit the building,
Oh,
except for the spellcaster and whoever Enna is. The spellcaster turns back to you and goes, "Even if we could help you, if, even by chance, you fail, if that happens, every single person that helps you would end up dead. Why should we? Just this mismatched band of... What could you offer us that we haven't already tried?"
Well,
Help.
we've already gotten direct audience with Gabriel Blackwood, and if we succeed, if we air quotes succeed on this task, we'll be able to get him all nice and isolated. And while our espionage skills do lack something, I do assure you, when it comes to direct combat, we know what we're doing.
all we need
Do
is a
you
moment
now?
of opportunity. A
Yes.
moment to slip something into a drink, or a meal, or just a cigarette. Whatever he happens to be quite disposed to putting in his mouth.
The
will be-
spellcaster is still smiling, but the smile has
I
turned from a sort of a very fun, like, light smile to this sort of dangerous looking grin. And she looks at you and goes, You want to... If... I think you fail to understand just how difficult this is. Lord Blackwood is one of multiple different leaders of the Carnifex. Cutting off one head is no good if the others will just band together stronger.
So
But
you're not going to try?
cutting off one head is going to leave a power vacuum. That, first off, let's at the very least weaken their hold in Fahrenholm, and secondly, would leave quite possibly poke a hole in their absolute defense, as one could say. It's not a. We never expected this to be just a single direct battle. This is a war of attrition, and taking out Blackwood is the first step in this.
If you take out Blackwood, the Carnifex Syndicate will raze this city to the ground.
Haven't they already? They control your streets, do they not?
No.
You quake at the mention of their name.
No.
You want freedom? Give us a chance.
The Carnifex do not control Fahrenholm. They see it as an interest. It's shipping, it's trade lanes, it's a system that works. And Blackwood is at the center of it here. But if we take any action against Blackwood, they will have reason to make an example of our city.
But if some filthy nobody outsiders were the ones to kill Blackwood, it's people who have no direct ties to Fahrenholm. Yeah. Well, it'd be quite idiotic for them to raise such a valuable resource.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh god, can I assist?
Okay.
What do you say to assist?
Wouldn't we say that, like, what he's been
Save
saying?
yourself, we're nobodies.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Roll with advantage. Yeah.
All right. I have a +3.
Oh god.
Okay. Let's see.
I see a 4.
Okay. Wait. I might have something that could help.
Can we flip the call sheet here? Should I take this role?
No, Rakan made the persuasive argument here.
Shit.
If I'd gotten a 10, it would have been.
So that'd be a 13.
A 13.
Unlucky number.
But you rolled a 10.
+3.
+3. Okay.
Yes.
It's a hard roll. It's a high DC on this.
Shit. Was it DC 20?
I didn't say it was row 25.
DC was 15.
Sorry,
Oh.
what?
Darren, did you have a +5?
I have a
That's-
+8.
Here's the
Oh.
thing. This is why I'm considering how this goes.
Because I'd say our argument is rock solid.
Your argument. Okay, so here's the thing. Your
Yes.
argument is fine, but these people have been under the rule or under the quote-unquote protection of the Carnifex for decades at this point.
Yes.
They have a lot to lose if this goes wrong. If any of this gets tied back to them. Let me think. Okay, here's how it's going to go.
Oh,
The spellcaster looks towards the guard captain. And the guard captain holds up a hand. Just 5 fingers. And the spellcaster turns to you and goes, you have 5 minutes
Yes.
to find what you need and get out of here. If you do not, the Magister will have you executed.
perfect. That plays entirely into our story.
And the spellcaster and the guard captain walk away. You
Upstairs now.
hear the doors close. Okay. You have 5 minutes to do this. And that is all the time that they are giving you. 5 minutes to find this object and get out. So, what I'm gonna do...
I'm going upstairs and I'm following the compass.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, hello,
so
Magister. How you doing? Don't mind
the
me.
Magister is not here. The Magister is
Okay.
somewhere else. Apologies.
Yeah,
Okay,
which door
so
is it pointing at?
you're following the compass.
Yes.
You run upstairs. You run across the landing. It is pointing into this room here.
Okay, door number 2.
Okay. So,
The door is
Okay.
locked.
Cast Eldritch Blast in the door. We don't have time.
No.
I'm kidding.
Firstly, I don't think mechanically that would actually rules as written do anything. Secondly, no.
Force damage. Oh wait, the hinges are on the outside of the door.
For the purpose of this, the door is mounted centrally to the wall.
Damn you, good craftsmanship!
Or I can just do that.
Is it
Yes.
sleight of hand to,
Thieves' tools.
Here's my
Thieves'
thieves'
tools.
tools, use them.
I have thieves' tools. My question
Here's
is,
the second
what
pair
am
of
I
thieves'
rolling?
tools.
Do you have proficiency / expertise in Thieves' tools?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I'm a rogue, for God's sake.
Yes.
You have expertise in thieves' tools.
I don't have
Fine.
expertise, but I do have proficiency.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Dex
Okay.
plus proficiency.
Yeah, Dex plus your proficiency for thieves' tools is what it would be here.
I would like to assist, if possible.
How are you assisting with a lockpick?
Cheering,
No.
mental support.
No. That if you can give me a good way to assist with a lockpicking situation, I will let you help.
Shining
But
light.
you need to give me a valid way to do this.
Good God.
Prestidigitation to kind of like make the lock glow.
Prestidigitation to open YouTube and go to lockpicking lawyer.
Okay, no. Hold on.
I'm about to open this door with another
something
door.
else. Prestidigitation to what exactly?
Okay.
There is something you could do there to help.
Okay, I'm thinking of possibly prestidigitation to kind of constantly cast prestidigitation to make a very slight glow inside the lock to make the pins more clear to see so that he could pick them.
You don't use visuals to pick a lock.
Uh,
You use touch. You use feel.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a pressure measure.
Okay, how about... Okay, now this is a reach. Cool it down cool down the lock to basically thermal contraction to make the locks easier to move, the pins easier to move.
That is the opposite of what it'll do.
That is
Or-
that.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
These are
I could heat it up instead. Heat it up instead.
If we fail the lock check, I'll cast Shatter on the door. How about that?
I was
Okay, no,
I hope you'd have knock.
you know what? It's fine. No, you got this, Darren. I believe in you.
Okay. Can I use Mage Hand to help this in any fashion?
Nope. Mage hand would be if it was at a distance.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Worth asking. Okay, dice don't fail me now.
Into the void. Oh,
That is, let's see, plus my dex, that is 13.
and then plus proficiency,
Plus proficiency.
16.
16.
Yes.
You slide the lockpicks into the tumblers. You hear the first one, click. You hear the second one, click. You hear the third one, click. You hear the fourth one. The fourth one's not budging. And then you twist it slightly and click. The fifth one, click. Sixth one.
How many tumblers does this one thing have?
Christ, this is a
And you
back
hit
door.
the seventh tumbler. and it's not budging. You feel the lockpick bend very slightly, and then there's a click.
Yeah!
And the
Tell
lock
me
turns.
that's the last one. Okay.
This is one hell of a lock,
The
damn.
door is now unlocked.
Jesus.
And I can
Okay.
reveal to you the contents of this room now.
That's a lie. You've barely populated this. Oh, never mind.
Oh god, it's the sex dungeon!
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You enter a large laboratory-like area. There's sparks flying. There's this large crystal of some sort in the center of the room that is glowing a bright purple energy. You see vats of various distilled concoctions across the walls. You see shelves filled with various books, filled with various...
Don't care what's the compass pointing at.
Okay, so the compass is pointing
We don't have
towards-
time for scenery.
towards the back middle of the room where this large altar is. As you get close to the altar, the compass fizzles out and disappears.
Okay.
On the altar, you see a simple yet elegant platinum band ring, which has small holes punched around the outside edge that sort of thread into the middle, and in the top is a small purple jewel.
I
Okay.
pick it up, I guess.
Okay. You pick it up.
There's like
Nothing
a
happens.
5-foot margin of error on what the compass was pointing at, if I remember correctly.
There is a 5-foot margin of error, but that is the only thing within 5 feet. So
Say it was going to have to take the altar.
Yeah.
the altar is like part of the stone floor.
Do I see anything cool on the table that we could nab quick?
Roll me
No.
a perception check. No, roll me an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, no.
I'll roll
If you're
perception.
gonna take time to do this, roll me an investigation check. If you're going to do it quickly, roll me a perception check.
Quickly, I got perception 21.
21. There is a veritable cornucopia of different things. There's books, there's potions, there's small chests which have little bits of paper sticking out of them. There's an entire bench of just random distilling equipment. There's a lot of different things. One thing that catches your eye is a small amulet of some sort that is hanging off one of the sort of raised sections of a desk. It looks like it's maybe made of silver, and it has small blue gems in it.
Cool. Yoink. Alright, let's go.
Okay. Is anyone else doing something?
Nope.
No.
Okay. How are you getting out?
Out the window.
That was yeah. How many do we have?
Okay, you're going out the back window.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh,
Very thin window.
How high up is this?
We're on the
20
first floor.
feet.
That's a few broken toes or
Let's
legs.
find out. It is 32 feet high.
I can survive that. Let's go.
Anyone's got feather
What if
fall.
we took the fucking stairs? What about
Too
that?
late. Horace has jumped out the window.
Yes, I have
hear-
wings, bitch.
You hear a smash
flightless.
of glass as the
Wait,
window
wait.
breaks. As
Could I not
Horace
have opened
jumps
the window
straight
first?
through it.
You didn't say you opened the window.
Did anybody pick up Prod?
Oh,
No,
fuck.
none of you did.
For fuck's sake!
Wait, Prod should be awake by now, right?
No, Prod is still
No.
passed out stone cold on the floor in the basement.
But they had a long rest.
Doesn't matter.
That's
Still
important
passed out.
poison.
They drank some shit and they had passed out.
Oh,
Oh,
Christ, I knew that was a
God.
bad idea.
Could I not have opened the window first? I feel like I would have opened the window first.
It's not an openable window.
Oh,
There's terrible
It's just
ventilation.
a sheet of glass in this that's set
Actually,
into
if this
the
is
stone.
a laboratory, there's got to be fumes. That would be terrible ventilation if you couldn't open the windows.
that is true.
Oh,
These
also
God.
windows
medieval
don't
era.
open. So
There's no lab safety in Magic World.
okay, let's
Okay,
retroactively
librarian,
do
you
this.
get prod, because I'm presuming you have some shenaniganry to get him
Are
out.
you actually jumping out the window now, Rakan? Now that you
if it-
understand the implications of jumping out the window.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I know it is an unopenable window, I will not jump out the window.
Okay.
Though I do really want to.
Okay. So what are you three doing? Probably in the
probably-
basement.
How long has it been?
At this point, it's been about 2.5 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
We've got enough time to run back downstairs, pick up prod, and leave through the back exit.
Horace, if you
Yeah.
cast Cure Wounds, do you have Cure Wounds? I forget.
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Well, shit. Okay, I'm gonna run down there, cast Cure Wounds, and we're gonna run out.
I have an idea. Okay, let's first run down to grab prod.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all run down to the basement. You grab Prod. You
What?
We physically can't grab prod, just by the way.
I am going to cast Enlarge Reduce on him to shrink him to pick him up.
Oh my fucking god.
okay?
I mean, that
You-
works.
Does Enlarge Reduce require a save?
If choose either.
Prod
Yeah.
is not willing, they're unconscious, so yes.
Yes. So basically, if they're not willing, they have to make a save.
Okay. So yeah, they're unconscious. They're not willing. What is the save?
Okay. The save is if the target is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Constitution. Oh, let me check Prod's Constitution real quick.
Remember
and
the
then-
exhaust.
Yes, I. Oh yes, that's right. So disadvantage.
Doesn't affect saves. Doesn't affect saves at this stage. It needs to be level 4 exhaustion to affect saves. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
that'll take the 8 as the base. Hold on. Let me get Prod's character sheet up since Elfie isn't here at the moment. Okay.
Only if he has con maxed out and proficiency in it, he'd be able to beat this. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have proficiency,
That you know.
as far as I'm aware. I did quick math.
Digis Maximus. Okay. Constitution. So that would be. Saving throws. Okay, so that is a 12.
Okay, yeah, my DC is 16.
All right.
Small prod.
Prod is smalled. Is literally smalled.
Yes.
I will quickly give you the ability to carry Prod. Rakan,
Yes.
how long does this last?
Let me double check this. It lasts up to 1 minute, so we've got time
1
to
minute.
get out of
You
here.
have
Yeah.
1 minute before Prod becomes big again. You
Yes.
have
Full prod and big.
1.5 minutes before your time is up.
Yes. Okay,
Right?
so I am
Wait.
basically carrying prod like a baby right now.
Oh god. I mean, if you get the
Okay.
info, he's got 18 in strength. I'm sure you could toss Prod over his shoulder
I'm
if you
gonna
get to
run
him.
right back the way we came to know exactly, because I know
Okay,
that
so
exactly.
you all run through the destroyed. Just drop your characters. There you go. Now you can go through the thing.
Yes.
You run through the destroyed, absolutely destroyed dining room that is just covered in
No one asked.
shards
No
of
one
chandelier. You run out the back of the house, carrying Prod's tiny form in tow. and you successfully leave the home of the Magister. You are now in the gardens. Where are you going?
Straight back out the way we came.
What?
Hugging the walls, probably.
Rolling.
Oh,
Okay,
right here.
hugging
Can
the
we,
walls.
can we climb this?
We do that, you fall off.
I mean, you can try and climb the fence if you want. That is an option.
True. Yeah, actually, we'll climb the fence.
Now
Okay,
that's
you have
athletics.
30 seconds.
In the meantime, has Ingvar just gone
You
through
are,
the
you
wall?
are still sat in a bush, Ingvar. You watched all of the guards come out of the house. Then you watched the guard captain and the spellcaster come out of the house. And you watch as the spellcaster has essentially projected a minor illusion of a clock, or an hourglass rather, that's slowly running down.
Oh, no.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
They actually set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so are you guys going to try and climb? You also actually roll me a perception check, Ingvar, at this point.
That's like 9.
9? Are any of you trying to be stealthy?
We're trying to be quick,
Kind of in a
frankly.
clump.
We're trying to be quick.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
fast.
You also, Ingvar, as you're looking up out of the bush, you spy all of your friends, with the exception of Prod. Prod doesn't seem to be there, as far as you can tell. Sprinting out the back of the house and scrambling over the fence. I want everyone who is scrambling over the fence to roll me an athletics check, please.
Could I argue acrobatics?
Yeah, I would allow
Are you
that.
doing a backflip over the fence?
I have +2 on
Yes.
If you,
plus 0
I will
athletics.
allow athletics or acrobatics,
Okay.
depending on which you.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you start to scale the fence, Rakan, and
Yes.
then you backflip over the rest of it and land on sort of a hero landing pose on the other side. Prod slung over your shoulder. At this point, the minute runs out, and Prod
Yes.
becomes big on your shoulder and squishes you.
Where's the librarian?
I rolled a 9 on my acrobatics check trying to vault the fence.
Oh no, your rope gets caught on the fence on the way over or something.
Try and mimic Horace's backflip, just like, ooh! Oh, help!
Yeah, you try and climb over the fence, librarian, and you reach the top, and then you notice that your robe is snagged on a loose rock, on sort of a jagged piece of rock from the wall below. What did you roll, Darren?
11 total.
11
no.
total. You start scaling the fence, and it takes a moment, but you do just about manage to heave yourself up over the fence and down onto the other side.
Librarian, how much do you care about your coat?
I have a lot of sentimental value attached to this. It's my uniform.
Can I reach through and dislodge it?
Roll me a dexterity check.
Yeah.
How do I, the wizard, have better dex than our rogue?
You're a
Eight.
blue
Oh!
dancer.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You
What
reach
were
through
you just saying
with
about
one
my
hand,
dexterity?
and you
I'm
dislodge
sorry.
the robe from this sort of jagged piece of rock. Librarian, you may roll me another athletics check.
May I assist to basically help hoist him over?
Yes, you may. That'll give you advantage, librarian.
I rolled an 8.
With advantage?
With
With advantage, let's see. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh, that was-
Nice. With Horace's help, you just about get pulled over the top of the fence, and all three of you, and dragging Prod along, you sprint off into the city.
Yes.
At this point, Ingvar, you watch as the spellcaster's hourglass stops and ends, and they all walk back into the house.
Can Ingvar just exit out the hole already?
You can if you want.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, everyone's pretty distracted.
Yeah. He's just gonna squeeze his... He's gonna have dumped the uniform at some point as well. Just dumped it in the bush.
Okay. So yeah,
Whoop.
you all meet up and you disappear into the city, with item in tow.
Yo. Alright, on that note, I shall go have a nervous piss. I'll be right back.
Let's take a 5-minute break, everyone, and we will be back shortly. There we are. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
JD's in level.
So, the five
Okay.
of you, or the four of you carrying Prod, disappear off into the city. Where are you headed?
I've got no idea, but I think it just started snowing.
probably wouldn't be a good idea for us to go direct to the direct to delivery.
Yeah,
No.
probably should reconvene back at the end.
Yeah, let's lay low for a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to check on Horace.
And Phasma. That poor dragon's gonna
Yeah.
be worried shitless.
Okay, so where are you headed?
Stay
I guess the inn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
What-
head?
what- I was gonna say, would Ingvar be able to carry Prod? With them having 18 strength.
18 strength, easily.
Yeah.
And Prod,
Yeah.
Prod's relatively built, in fairness, but you've been lugging boulders around in the mines.
True.
This is
And
nothing.
a dragon now.
Yeah, so he's just gonna, pick Prod up, toss him over the shoulder, and off he goes.
All right. So you head to. Oh, hold on. Lost my thing. There we go. You head to the Copper Eagle, where you have been staying these past few days. Hold on, where? I'm missing one of you. Where have you gone? Who am I missing? I'm missing Darren.
I guess
No,
it looks like.
I'm at the tavern.
Oh, you're at the tavern. Okay. I was just going to pull you all together. Give me a second. Wee.
Whee!
Ah!
I love being carried by the hand of God.
Literally. Okay. So you all skirting through various back alleys and through the city, eventually make your way back to the Copper Eagle Tavern. At this point, it's about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. By the time you all get back, you're not exhausted, but you're definitely out of breath. You're not feeling great, Ingvar, as well. You have a point of exhaustion, and you're feeling it at this point. That lack of that sleep in a bush didn't do much.
Poor spine.
Yeah. But you all managed to eventually make your way back to the Copper Eagle, which is relatively on the outskirts of the city. And you make your way in, sit yourselves down, and have a quick breather. What do you all do?
Face
Have
plant
the-
is disabled.
Have the biggest sigh and fucking relax, like collapsing onto a chair of my life.
Okay.
And order a scotch.
Bit to liver and egg.
Okay, so you're all ordering drinks.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like when Horace is under high stress, he'd probably order some heavy liquor.
Okay. So what do you all order to drink?
I'm just getting water. I feel like somebody needs to stay sober.
I'm getting a whiskey.
Ingvar's ordering a nap
finest
on the
apple.
table.
2 waters, one of which I will splash in Pod's face.
Yes.
He does not wake up.
Oh boy.
What?
Maybe we should get a priest for him.
Ingvar has no idea what's happening to Prod, and he's just like, is he okay?
No.
What happened down there?
So many things.
I didn't say
But
that.
specifically, what happened to Prod?
There were graves. There were illusions. There was a sex dungeon at one point.
Okay, maybe I don't want to know what happened down there.
Good.
But will my question now turns to, will he be okay?
Okay, so I'm not up to date with how poison works in 5e.
Disadvantage to everything.
So yeah, there's two statistics for poison. There is the poison effect, and there is the poison. Actually, let me bring up the exact condition description.
It's the effect versus condition, right?
Yes. So let me bring up my DM screen where I can see.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, apparently, from the poison condition.
No, so it's more like Baldur's Gate kind of poisoning than I'm going to die from poisoning.
Yeah, poison damage is different from poisoned.
Yeah. Basically that. Is it under? No. Checklist. TM tables. Here we are. So yeah, poisoned creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, specifically, and then there is the poison like system, but I don't have that in front of me at the moment. It doesn't matter. Point is, Prod is poisoned.
Sure. Yes. Okay. I understand completely.
He's not taking damage from it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not going to die in any near future. Right. As near as I can tell, he is breathing. It's a little labored, more than usual, but I'll look after him.
Fair enough. If he does need any help, I can cure wounds him at some point, but if he just in case.
I think all he needs right now is a real good nap. I think I need a real good nap. I just woke up and right now, fucking hell.
At least you didn't fall asleep in a bush. That wasn't fun. My
Yeah,
spine is killing me!
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't imagine, did you just sleep in that bush?
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta get, you gotta get some proper bed rest soon.
I do apologize for running away, he says. Fight and flight is a very strong response sometimes.
I know all about that.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. I have more of a panic go to people I know when I panic. So, well, no, you know what I mean. More people, more safety. You know what I mean. I'm just a little tired. Sorry.
It's quite alright. I think we're all a little bit exhausted from that.
Yeah. All right. So, we should probably consider the coming steps. So, well, first we should probably get some privacy. Bartender.
Yes.
Yes. Could we get a room for the night?
I don't see why not.
How much would that be? Sorry, it's been a long day.
You want a room for all of you? Just one?
If you've got one large enough.
If you got a suite, I'm not gonna complain,
I mean,
but we could take separate rooms.
The biggest room we have is it's only a double bed. I don't know that you'll all fit, but I mean,
Let's get more than one bed.
Yeah. Let's. We could get separate rooms. So yeah, get us 4 separate rooms.
oh, but there's 5 of you.
Prod, if he doesn't wake up soon, he could sleep on the floor.
Well, but all right then. That'll be 4 silver each.
4 silver each, so that'd be. Fuck it, make it 5 rooms. Just and put 2 gold on the counter.
Much obliged. And he hands you 5 keys for the various rooms that are upstairs in the Copper Eagle.
Thank you very much. All right, Let's all reconvene at a room.
Of which there are only 7 rooms in total in the Copper Eagle. So you've taken up most of the space.
Yeah, so we're not gonna
That's it.
Oh.
Gesundheit.
And again,
Gesundheit.
Yep, that happens. Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine. Just, I suppose reconvene at one of our rooms, and we're not gonna have any neighbors, which is
that
good.
you've taken is this one here. So.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Gesundheit.
Okay, so you all convene in the largest room, which has a nice big double bed and views out into an alleyway. It's not a great tavern. It's basically a travel lodge at this like start of the city. It's for people who just want a place to spend the night, basically.
Yeah.
But you all convene in this room. It has relative privacy. It has a balcony, surprisingly enough. But it is relatively private. You don't see too much else going on around. There's a few bustles of the carts out in the city itself, but it's not too busy. At least not in this part of the city. Most of the business of the city happens in the middle of the city. So it's relatively quiet.
Yeah. Alright. So, plan is right now, tomorrow, we go to Blackwood, tell them the job was completed, get him to have dinner with us, and then poison the food and with the poison Darren got, and victory.
at least for now.
Victory.
Yeah.
Assuming nothing else goes completely tits up.
The problem is, how are we gonna get the poison in the food?
Surreptitiously? What's that over there out the window? I don't know. We'll
There's
have
that
to-
doggy in the window.
Is that a dragon outside? Oh my god.
Look, a tree.
A tree in this part of the city?
See, if not to like name stereotypes, but I feel like if any member of this party is going to convincingly distract someone by yelling "Look, a tree," it's going to be the dwarf.
You know what? That would be quite. That would be. It would only make sense for you, but then you'd probably have to act as like. That'd be you'll have to do a good establishing act.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I'm just worried that if we fuck up, how badly. Listen, if it goes to a fight, I think we can handle it, but it would be much better if we do this cleanly. In the end, we do want this in the end to be pinned back on us. We want them to know that it's us. That's something important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
For now, I think we should probably get just get some relaxation right now. I'm fucking exhausted. We gotta make sure we're in top form tomorrow.
As a reminder,
Because-
you all have what is supposedly a new magical item in your possession now. Just as a reminder.
Yeah, we might want to examine that before we give it over to
I
anybody.
cast Identify on the orb.
Yeah.
The ring.
On the ring. Sorry, it looked like an orb in the thing, I forgot.
Yeah, it was an altar. The ring was on the altar. Anyway, okay. So you cast Identify on the ring. Roll me an Arcana check.
13.
13. Okay. So, this ring is not... It's not necessarily cursed. But its effect is not necessarily beneficial. This is what's known as a ring of defenestration.
Well, that would have been handy getting through the window.
It does not require attunement, but when a code or phrase is spoken, it will immediately propel whoever is wearing or holding it through the nearest window, whether they are inside or outside of a building.
What if you are not near any windows?
Fly through the air.
Slams you into the nearest wall.
You just get
No
propelled
kids
to
in
the... You just
It has a range limit of
Oh.
25 feet. So if there is no window within 25 feet, it won't do anything.
So I have a question. How complex of a magic item is this?
This is an artifact.
Okay, so it's a moderately complex magic item.
Wait, an artifact?
This is an artifact.
You mean the highest possible rarity of a magic item? That
Yeah.
kind of artifact?
Yes.
What? Holy shit. Well, the Ring of Defenestration being an artifact is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Now here's the thing. You actually roll me an intelligence check, Rakan. Intelligence check, Horace.
Could this be an Arcana check?
No, in this case it's recalling. It's memory. So this
Okay.
would be intelligence.
Alright. Intelligence, I have +5. Pooh!
25.
Not
Not
20!
bad. You have not just read about the rings of defenestration or objects of defenestration. You have actually experienced objects of defenestration before. Usually they're pranks, quick gag that you can use on a friend to make them do weird stuff. Most defenestration objects are very low-level enchantments. But
Okay.
you guys have identified this as an artifact,
So...
which tells you that there's probably something more to this than just a prank.
Something more
Yes.
than haha funny throw a man out window.
Could the defenestration be a cover? Could you, like, hide a magic item by enchanting it as a different magic item? Huh.
Could this be part of a greater mechanism?
Uh,
If its primary function is to yeet things, then why don't you yeet them
Yeah.
through something specific?
Is this a boundless condition, i.e. it basically can happen through anything fitting these conditions, no matter how powerful those barriers may be?
From what you can tell, as long as there is something that the ring considers a window, it will let you go through it.
Yeah, it's a boundless condition then. That's why it's so powerful.
Oh.
So for example, it could be what could you consider a window? A portal could be a window. Like a fucking rip between dimensions could be a window thing.
I would not be in the least bit surprised if a vast conspiratorial network of basically mafiosos had a few rules lawyers in their keep.
Yes, I can imagine some rules lawyering with this one being very effective. Oh, I would like to yeet him through the nearest window between time and space. Either way, very funny. Interesting.
One way or the other, we need to be wary of giving this over until we can actually get our opportunity. I think
Can
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to refuse it.
Hmm.
Uh,
You were saying like that?
How difficult would it be to mimic the effect of this artifact onto another ring to make it appear like this was indeed the artifact to someone that wasn't closely inspecting it? Because I have a magic ring casing. And if I didn't do a boundless condition, but a bounded condition instead,
ooh.
It would
Oh
require
yeah.
essentially a forgery roll. Because you're attempting to replicate it with limits, essentially. But you're attempting to replicate it to a point where it can be deceiving.
yeah.
So it would require a roll. It is possible, but it's probably quite difficult.
How is that one random dude who we decided should never be able to sleep doing?
Oh, how is he? What's his exhaustion?
I can't tell you that.
Oh.
You haven't seen him. You haven't seen him yet.
Actually, yeah, there's an easy way of checking if he's fucking dead. Has the horn gone off recently?
No, because you spent the night in the manor, so you haven't been near him.
Okay.
The horn has not gone off.
And suddenly, horn.
Well, you've set a specific time for it, so.
Yeah. Whoa. I mean, would I be able to assist with the forgery thing that the librarian is planning? I know
Well-
quite a bit about magic.
So essentially what you're doing here is you're enchanting something to
Yes.
be similar in, like, a specific way. So to start with, you would need an identical looking ring. And then you would
Yeah.
need to enchant it to do something similar.
Okay. And I don't suppose getting the identical looking ring is probably going to be the more difficult part.
I have Tinkerer's tools
If
Oh,
you
shit,
have,
ignore that.
and material to basically convert into the ring casing lookalike.
So the ring itself is made of platinum. It has 3 small holes in various points around it that are shaped like crosses, and in the top it has a small purple gem.
Okay, let me just double check something. Do they know what it looks like, though? That's the question.
When Lord Blackwood gave you the compass for it, he stated that he had been outbid at auction.
Okay, he knows what it looks like.
Probably knows what it
He
looks
definitely
like.
knows. I have to believe he would know what he was sending us to get.
Okay, I think I can pull this off. So, I have a small green crystal bauble. If I use magical tinkering on that to change its color, which is a minor effect.
Technically, you have 12 small green crystal baubles
Do we?
that you haven't
Well-
identified at all.
Says I just have small crystal bauble, 25 GP. I must not have... Oh, no, that's crystal marbles. I'm talking about the thing I found in, like, the first episode or whatever at one of those temples.
No, that's the same thing. You just have one extra. You got the ones from the Harvester Golem, and then you
Oh,
got
okay.
one from the Temple of Invicт.
Well, I feel like I could use these.
So you actually have 13 of those that you've never identified.
I can identify them now just to make sure I don't blow up if I try and carve this.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me give you the exact description of what this does, real quick. Obsidian. Show me. Campaign items. Here we are. So, this small item is known as Nature's Vice. And if you would like to, I will allow you to read this out to the party. Or if you want to keep this information secret, you may.
I don't like that the initial line has throwable in it. Small spherical green crystal, throwable, DC 15. Crystallized bit of nature magic that's been manipulated by a druid into a rudimentary weapon. When thrown, use Dex modifier. It does a bit of damage and also makes grappled things happen. Okay, it's not terribly dangerous then.
Yeah, that seems pretty safe.
Yeah, once used the item's destroyed. I could change the color on it and make it purely like decorative.
So, bearing in mind these crystal marbles, because that's kind of what they are. They're like small marbles. They're about twice the size of the gem that's in the ring.
Yeah, I would need to carve it.
And from what... Make an Arcana check. Go on.
13.
13. Oh, you'd be able to tell. From what you can tell, the moment that the marble breaks or is cracked in any way, it deploys its ability.
Okay.
So essentially the idea being you throw it at something, it breaks, and happens, basically. So
Fucking God.
it's
You know what would look
unlikely to be
perfect?
carvable, essentially.
It would look perfect. The fucking lust stone.
That's one way to get rid of it.
God.
Have it put on the ring and it instantly gets horny for us.
Sure, yes, let's do that. We
Oh my
must do
God,
that.
he's gonna
We
put it
can't
on to
not do
try
that.
it out, or someone's gonna try and identify it, and they'll be charmed by me, immediately wanting to say like, yes, this is the ring or something. It's perfect.
I
Oh,
didn't realize. Oh God.
Lord Blackwood takes the takes the stone, and he just looks over it with a discerning glance and says, yes, Daddy."
Okay, so I'm doing that.
why?
Oh God. Okay, so
We
bearing
have
in
to
mind,
do it.
you have to hold it to actually manage this. So you will have to make a saving throw to actually
I'm
manage
aware.
this.
I cast resistance on myself initially before handling it.
have we considered a napkin or gloves?
Gloves do not explicitly stop the effect from happening unless it's like thick enough, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the gloves
like, if
need
I'm
to be thick
handling it.
enough, and you need to be handling it, so you need to have the dexterity to
Yeah,
manage
so
this.
I'm gonna
If you
try
were-
resistance.
If you were wearing heavy gloves, you would be doing it at a disadvantage.
Okay, so let me just remember what resistance does specifically. I think it's a D4. Yeah, it's a D4. Okay, so what resistance do I roll, or what do I roll again to resist?
Okay, so you're actively picking up the item, right?
I am
Or
picking
doing-
up with the intent to fashion it onto the ring casing I have, and
Okay.
also, do the whole thing with the ring casing.
So you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay, that was a fail. That was a nat 1 plus 2, 3.
Oh,
No.
That is.
Do I get
definitely a
advantage
fail.
because I know it's coming?
Since you've... Yeah, no, that's fair. Since you've worked with this before and you've...
I've also, I think, done the most saves against it.
Look at
well,
that.
some of you have done one save against it. Since you know what the possible effect of this is, I will allow you to actually you have advantage on that. Actually, I will allow that.
Thank you. Let's see. Let's look for that another nat 1, baby. 18! And then I'm just gonna have my d4.
Okay. So the DC for this was 12.
22.
So you do succeed. So as you pick this up, you feel the small purple gem, the power of it start to course into your skin. You feel this magic start to travel up and into your mind. And you focus. And you think. And you clear your head of any thoughts. And you push through. And you come out the other side. And this is what you learn. Because you do not need to cast Identify on this item to know what it does. You simply need to get through the DC. So, this is what the Gem of Lust does.
Let's see. Oh! Yeah, I'm not putting this in a ring.
Oh?
So, it lets me once a day cast a spell from a list, one of which is an 8th level Dominate monster, and the other one is a 5th level Dominate person.
Oh, Christ.
What?
Oh. Oh.
So, to be specific, once a
The
day,
horny
the
stone?
wielder may cast a spell from the attached list as a free cast according to the highest level spell slot they have access to. So if you have access to an 8th level spell slot, you can cast an 8th level spell from this list without using that spell slot.
Oh wait, actually maybe we should put it in the ring then, because they need to be a caster to actually utilize that list.
We don't
Do
know
we
for
know-
sure that Blackwood isn't.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't be with that many magic items. Like, they don't seem like they have gotten to, like, 8th level casting knowledge.
If they have, we're incredibly screwed.
Yeah, but also I'm
Yeah.
presuming they're gonna hand this off to someone to check its authenticity first.
Well, but then if they fail their wisdom check, they'd be too horny to consider.
Exactly, we're gonna use that horny against them.
This
The
is not
sheer-
how I thought we'd ever use this.
Through the sheer power of horny.
I never thought that the horny stone of all objects would turn out to be our secret weapon.
So, who votes that we put this in the ring, and who votes that we try and use this? Because I can only use fast friends at the highest level thing. Which is not great.
So wait, it said specifically it needs to to cast the to use dominate person, dominate monster. You have to be able to cast spells of that level.
Yeah, you need to be
Yes.
able to cast 8th level and 5th level, whatever.
Okay, so if that's the case, I don't know much about. We don't know much about the Connaught Syndicate, but I think it's safe to assume that a random lackey working under Blackwood would not be able to cast fifth level spells. If Blackwood could do that and be and end up not being affected by it, then we have a problem. So that's the risk there. So how much are you all willing to gamble?
It's either that or we give them a very powerful item.
Yeah,
And we just go with the original plan of dessert poisoning them or something.
I have to imagine one way or the other we're giving him something he really shouldn't have.
yeah.
The question is, how badly could he imminently use it on us?
The thing is, with the Ring of Defenestration, he could, like, if I understand it correctly, the wielder can just say a command word and like target people around and then defenestrate them.
No.
So, oh,
The Ring of Defenestration works on the person holding the ring.
okay.
Specifically.
The ring of self-defenestration.
It's
Okay.
specifically, it is a target self item.
Okay. So if that's the case, I'd say, like, I imagine it's the problem. The concern would be if it gets like he doesn't want it for himself. He wants it for the syndicate and immediately wants to transfer it over. So, kind of between a rock and a hard place here. Hard place being oddly fitting. Okay. If I were willing to bet, if this is being transferred over, then most likely it's being transferred over for the sake of, as we've guessed, like probably to bounce through a window between worlds into the realm of divine or some shit.
We get to the end of the campaign and he's just assembled a railgun.
A self-propelling railgun. He the ammunition is him, but
You nameless minion in before. Get into the railgun.
put on this ring, bitch. But I think the ring of defenestration is the less risk, because if it is going to be transferred over, yeah, we're going to have hell to pay, but it's probably going to end up going to a spellcaster who is already like probably working with other dimensional things. So I'd say that's the smaller risk. What do you guys think?
I stopped thinking like half an hour ago, I'll be honest.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm so tired of plotting and scheming. I just want to break this man's kneecaps.
Yes.
Cast shadow on his kneecaps.
Okay, I think for the benefit of ingratiating ourselves more so reliably with him, we probably shouldn't try to cheat him out of the thing he sent us to get so that we could ingratiate ourselves with him.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
I
probably
don't
a
like
good
the
idea in
idea of giving him
retrospect.
whatever little cogwheel in his Machiavellian plan he wants is. But we need to ensure he thinks we're on his side.
Then can I
Yeah.
break his kneecaps?
Then we can break his kneecaps.
Yes, we'll break his kneecaps. You might end up having to break the kneecaps of a corpse, hopefully, but
I'm not that horrible. I don't have bloodlust most of the time.
Most of it. Says the one who yeeted a man off the top of a
That
tower.
is itself. I feel very bad about that, actually.
we all make mistakes in the heat of passion, librarian.
I don't think that was passion. I think I was just terrified because the whole day we have people chasing us.
That's could be considered passion. Passion is just strong emotion.
Speaking of strong emotion, back to plotting the murder of one of the heads of a horrendous gang.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also-
I think we give him the ring of defenestration straight up, and hopefully that puts him in a sufficiently calm mood.
I vote to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna reach down to the floor and raise Pod's hand.
Is Prod still alive? I'm getting quite worried at this point. They don't look so good.
No, they've
Oh,
always
sure,
been that
sure.
shade of green.
No, I'm talking about the weird bespecklement of blotches on their neck. Those were not there.
Okay, medicine check is Prod getting worse.
Roll me a medicine check.
I only have a +1, but let's see. 7.
You can't really tell. He's looked better, but you don't know what effect that wine had on him.
I mean, I know what Prod looks like when he's not being horrifically poisoned. Probably.
I mean, he doesn't look anywhere close to the verge of death.
yeah.
He looks like he's still snoring, essentially.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. No, he's just sleeping. He's just gonna sleep it off. He'll be fine.
You should be at exhaustion level 1 now after that long rest, so hopefully it should clear up
Yes.
tomorrow.
Assuming that it counts as a long rest.
At the moment,
Dungeon
yes. He's at exhaustion level 1. And should he continue to sleep, he'll hit exhaustion 0 pretty quickly. Okay.
Yeah, Ingvar's just going to give them a thumbs up.
All right.
He's past the point of trying to talk.
So, in that case, we're gonna. Is it actually before we do anything else? Is there anything else you guys want to do before we fast forward to the next day and your meeting with Blackwood?
Do we want to cast an alarm before we go to bed tonight?
Maybe. I'll put a circle up. If anyone with ill intent enters the room, or rooms, or wherever we are sleeping.
Okay.
Sticking the alarm on the staircase.
Bearing in mind that it's like 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. at this point. Like, it's midday, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Like, you guys have time
Yeah.
if you want to do anything else.
Question: do we still have the haste shrooms?
You gave those to a alchemist to make into potions. Can't remember?
Yes, I do. Oh right, yeah. It was in Fahrenholm. How? When did he say they'd be done?
He said 2 days.
And if I'm not mistaken, it has exactly been 2 days.
It has.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna go pick up my potions. We got some speed potions brewing, so I'm gonna go pick those up at the alchemist. So, anybody want to come along? Very well then. I will head.
I should look after Prod.
Yeah, at the very least, he's not cuddling you this time.
Yeah, this makes a change.
Yeah. I'll leave the inn and head to the alchemist.
Okay. So you head along to the alchemist's place. It's a little hole in the wall shop, but it's got it's not an alchemist so much as an apothecary. But there's a bunch of plants out front. You enter, and there's this little old gnomish man who's sitting at a brewing station with 4 bright blue potions. And you walk in, and he turns to you, and there's this manic glint in his eye as he goes, You're back! Wonderful! Wonderful! I made them! I made more! I made so many! It's wonderful! And he's going a mile a minute. You get the feeling that whatever fumes these potions made when they were produced have affected him a little bit.
He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna try and match his energy. Just like, fantastic, great. Like I was hoping you'd have great news for me. This is even better news than I was expecting.
He pushes forward this leather satchel that and then pushes forward these 4 potions next to it, and takes them out. And they're small vials about this big. Enough for 1 dose each, essentially. And he puts them in the satchel and says, Here you are, my friend. That'll be 200 gold, please. Which was the agreed upon payment for
Yes.
this service.
200 gold. You. I could try and hustle him and say, "Well, didn't I prepay for it?" No, I'm not gonna do that.
You provided the mushrooms, which significantly reduced the cost of these potions.
Yes.
So they're basically 50 gold each.
Yes. So I'll rustle around my bag, pull out the 200 gold, just like, here you go. Fantastic work. I lovely making business with you, my friend.
Wonderful. And he takes the gold in his very jittery hands, you're noticing. Like, they are shaking up a storm. And he takes the words.
Gold?
Yes, thank you, gold. And puts them down. Puts it down in this sort of cash register type thing. Closes this leather satchel and hands it to you with this shaking hand. Hands it out to you and says, "Use these wisely."
No promises there.
And the gnomish gentleman laughs. And hands you the satchel and says, "If you find any more, I'm happy to work with them."
I am glad to have coked up this gnome.
You have immensely so. This man is riding a sugar high that is likely to last for weeks.
He is gonna work like no one else these next coming weeks.
Okay.
Grab the satchel off his hands, wave him goodbye as I head back to the inn.
Okay, so you have 4 potions of haste.
Yes.
You gave him 2 mushrooms, and he managed to make 4 potions out of them.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's not too bad. I think, realistically speaking, they cost 50 gold each. If you hadn't had the materials, they would have been 200 gold each.
Oh, okay.
You had the mushrooms that were the primary ingredient, and he supplemented the rest, and that's where the 50 gold comes from, plus the cost of the brewing and the labor and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is why they cost 50 gold each. So subtract 200 gold from your total, if you haven't already, and gain 4 potions of haste. They last for 5 minutes each.
Do they come with the drawback of the haste spell of like being exhausted once they run out?
Let me check my notes.
All right.
Potion of haste. If you take more than 1 in a day, yes.
Okay, that's really good. Okay.
So you can take 1 in a day and you won't be exhausted, but if you take 2, then you will.
Yeah. So
They last
you don't
5
get
minutes. So.
Yes. So yeah, head back to the end and just like, good news, everyone. We got I got the potions. These potions, from what I understand, you'll be from what I saw from the alchemist, you'll be a little intense for the next 5 minutes. So, would you do y'all want to distribute them amongst ourselves? All right. Well, all right. So I'll give 1 each. One to each. So
Probably worth making sure Prod has 1. I think.
Problem is we don't have enough for Prod.
Yeah, that's what. Like, we need to decide who least leads this.
No offense, but librarian, you're not really on the front line, so I don't think you'd really benefit from this that much.
I should be fine.
Yeah. Apologies for that, but you get it. You get it.
It's okay. Call me out again, I guess.
I will if you keep up that attitude.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of edgy today.
You know what? We're all a little on edge today. Alright, that's it for me. So, everybody add 1 potion of haste to your inventory.
Right.
Well, my apologies, Rakan. I'm just looking at my sheet now. These do not last for 5 minutes. They are minor potions of haste. They last for 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
I just gonna quickly correct myself on that. It's the superior potions of haste that last for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. And but they still don't come with the you lose your turn at the end of their
No.
duration. Okay.
No, they give you the haste effect with none of the drawbacks, unless you take more than one a day, essentially. If you take another one in a day, even if it's in a different combat round, you will take the effects of the end of a haste spell, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm chill. I'm just gonna be chilling, milling about, cleaning up my sword, trying to get in contact with it. Probably failing. But yeah,
Yeah, is that everything for the day?
I'd say that's probably everything.
Okay, if nobody else has anything to do.
Nope. Not anymore.
Well, alright then. Let me just adjust some stuff. Okay. So yeah, okay. So okay. Right. So we're going to do a quick... Bearing in mind, it is still around midday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you all gonna take a long rest?
Yeah, I imagine so. We're just probably chilling for the rest of the day.
I usually need to, but I need to look. Somebody needs to look after Broad one way or the other.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
and
none of
rolling
you
over
want
into
to go out
recovery
and do
mode, that's like a whole
something,
person job.
get ready, or anything like that. Prepare
Is
extra
there-
things for this.
Was there anything we could use to get ready? Actually.
There's a magic
Oh.
shop in town. Or there's...
Oh yeah.
Can we go to the magic shop?
There are shops that you can go to. There are things that you can buy if you need to.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'll head to the magic shop.
Okay.
I think Ingvar spent most of his money.
Same.
Okay,
I've got
so
about 87 gold on me.
you, Horace, head to a shop that is somewhat familiar yet strange. You head to a store that is just down the street on the junction. Ekron's Wonder Emporium. A sign familiar, but the shop face very different. The last place you saw the shop face was in Crackstead. North Crackstead. And you enter the shop and you see an Aarakocra sitting behind the counter
My God, there's two
with
of
a book open in front of him. And he looks up at you and goes, "Well, hello, my fine feathered fellow. What can I do for you today?"
Good afternoon, my friend. Good afternoon. Well, I want to ask. Let's say I'm practicing some of my card tricks, and would like something to make my sleight of hand more effective. Do you happen to have something that could assist with that? Either temporary or permanent, either way, I'd be very open to
Sleight
that.
of hand, you say? Sleight of hand.
Yes.
Let me think. He rummages around for a little bit, and then comes back with. While he's rummaging, do you take a look around?
Yeah, I'll have a look around.
Do you want to take a brief look or a long look?
I mean, if he's taking a while, I'll take a long look.
He's rummaging. He's rummaging, so you have time. Okay, so
Yeah,
roll
I'll
me an investigation
browse.
check.
All right, I have a +8 to that, comparatively to my -1 in perception.
Mm-hmm.
That is 23.
23. So, you look around and you see a lot of different things in this shop. There's like blades, there's bows, there's a variety of things that you're pretty sure are probably enchanted. You see in one corner there is a counter with just piles of scrolls. You see spell books and components and all of that sort of thing. You rolled a 23.
Yes.
Behind the counter, right on the back wall, you see what looks to be a pedestal of some sort. With a leather-bound... a leather-bound sort of satchel. A sort of rectangular satchel, about yay high, this wide, sort of set in onto the pedestal. It has gold trim around the opening section, and small sort of purple stones around the base of it.
Okay.
Is there anything specific that you're looking for?
Nothing specific, but I will ask about that interesting looking thing at the pedestal.
Okay. Ekron sort of looks up at it and goes, "Oh, that. Well, there's only 6 cards left in it. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a bit temperamental. It'll cost you a pretty penny as well."
Is that a deck? Would I know what a deck of many things is?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Would we say this is a history check? Or Arcana?
Yes, I'd say history. I'd allow history.
Okay. All right. I don't have proficiency in history. I'm thinking of my other wizard. I like wizards. All right. Oh, ooh, 22.
22. You have heard, in passing, very, very faint rumors of the deck of many things. And it's not often discussed. It is, in fact, a very rare thing to even know about at all. The deck of many things is something that is only really discussed in circles of, like, archmages, basically. It's not something that you would come across commonly.
Okay.
You have very, very faint rumor-wise knowledge of what the deck of many things is.
Now, I am no expert, but would that happen to be a deck of many things?
Keen eye, my young feathered friend. It is, or it used to be, anyway. It doesn't have many things in it anymore. It was found in the ruins of Praxis about a century ago.
Praxis?
Archaeologists dug it up from the ocean floor. Pristine, but missing many of its cards. And no one has dared to pull one since the first archaeologist that did, vanished.
Huh. Say, you say a pretty penny. How pretty are we talking?
I don't suppose you happen to have 300 platinum on you, do you?
Oh, that's a little too pretty for me, I'm afraid. But I'll keep that in mind if I ever come across that kind of money.
So, as a note, there are 6 cards in that deck. One
Yes.
card from the deck of many things costs 500 gold.
Oh.
But
Okay.
each card, if it's inside the deck, it's fine. But you can only you can't separate them, essentially.
Yeah.
So in this instance, it would cost 3,000 gold or 300 platinum to purchase all 6 cards.
But but would it cost like 500 to just draw a single card?
Ekron would not allow you to draw a card in his shop.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bring that up with the party and see what the opinion is. General consensus on that one is. Either way, I'll wait for him to see if he can find anything.
So he comes back about 5 minutes later and sets down a few different items on the counter. One of them is a ring, one of them is what looks to be some form of amulet, and one of them is a pin. A sort of lapel pin type thing. And he gestures to them all and says, "Some of these are more expensive than others, but a man of discerning taste, I'm sure you'll find some use out of at least one of these. This one," and he points to the ring, "is a ring of how would I put it? A ring of thief's touch. It once a day allows you to become proficient in the use of sleight of hand. This," and he points to the amulet, "is a pendant of whispers. It allows one to tap into the energies of the ethereal plane once a day and manipulate objects that are outside normal control. And this," and he points to the lapel pin, "this is a very pricey item, I will say. This is..." No, maybe you wouldn't be interested in this. Well-
No. Please do go on. Now, I know you're playing me, but please
Well,
do go on.
This is what is known as an Invicт pin. It allows the bearer, once attuned, and this we shall do out of character. It basically gives you 1 point of dexterity free. 1 point increase to your dex permanently as long as you have it attuned.
Well, 1 point as in like 1 stat point or 1 modifier point?
1 stat point.
Okay.
And he gestures to them all, and obviously some are more expensive than others, and he's gesturing to the Invict pin when he says this.
Well, I would like to ask. I point at the ring. I'm already
Yes.
quite skilled at sleight of hand skills. If that were the case, would that ring have any benefit to me? Would it make me more skilled, or would it be ineffective?
So the ring's definition is if you are not proficient in sleight of hand, you may gain proficiency for once a day. If you are proficient in sleight of hand, you gain expertise once a day.
That's what I was looking for. Okay.
So, as a note, the ring gives you either proficiency or expertise, depending on what you have in sleight of hand. The pendant essentially allows you to use the ethereal plane for 5 minutes while still being able to affect things in the material plane once a day. And the pin gives you 1 point to your dex, as long as you have it attuned.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, all my I always pay attention to get even numbers, so the ring, the pin would not be very helpful. So I will look at the ring. How much would you give me that ring for?
The ring will cost you 450 gold. It's make a perception check very quickly.
Perception. My greatest skill, of course. Horus, the Perceptor. Well, I've been rolling pretty well, so hopefully that trend continues! Oh, okay, I thought that was a 19. 12!
12. He seems pretty genuine about the price that he's giving you.
You have been quite charming today, and well, and I'd love to make some future business with you, especially that deck. Let's just say I am a big fan of gambling. So, for my continued business, do you think you could get me a better deal, offer me a better price?
Are you directly asking him that?
No, okay, let me rephrase that. For my continued business, how's about we say for 400 gold even?
Akron looks at you shrewdly, a glint in his eye. Or 40.
You're driving me a hard bargain. You do know 440 is quite a lot. How's about 420? Nice.
Roll me a persuasion check.
You got it. So I have a +3. 8.
440 is the lowest I can go. But I'm happy to have your business. As long as I'm here.
Very well. I will be right back. I must discuss things with my friends very quickly. Might have to take a quick loan.
A small loan of $1 million.
I will be right back.
You sprint out of the shop.
Yes, sprint back to the end, just like, Hey guys, would any of you be willing to lend me just a small loan of about 200 gold?
What did you find?
Why?
So you know how our plan is to poison Blackwell?
Yes, with the with the ampule of doom poison that's currently sitting in my pocket.
Yeah, and you know how our biggest concern is that if he spots us slipping the poison into the food or drink.
Yeah.
Well, I found a ring that would make that. You remember Ekron back in the other city that we were in?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, he has a ring that help better with sleight of hand and quick movements and all that.
Right.
So I'm considering buying it, but I'm a little short, about 200 short on money. Well, 170 to be specific, but.
That does sound like a valuable long-term purchase at the very least.
Yeah, it is not a single-use thing, so, and I don't imagine I'd imagine it'd be quite helpful to you, Darren.
I don't have very much money, but I'm gonna chuck you two platinum.
2 platinum. All right,
Bring the change.
appreciate it.
2 platinum.
Yeah,
So 20
Yes.
gold.
Is that
yes. No, that's 20 gold. I need
Oh.
20 platinum.
Right. I only have 3, and then 87 gold.
Okay. Librarian
I
Igvok.
don't believe that's correct.
That's what's on my character sheet currently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whose character
Was
sheet
there-
was I looking at the other day then?
Maybe me. I had I did have quite a bit of money. I had like 174 gold and 10 platinum.
No, I was looking at someone else's character sheet, I think.
I mean, I have 205 gold
Okay.
and 5 platinum.
You mind if I borrow that? I'm fine with not getting paid for a while.
Oh, that's all my money, but sure, here you go.
I'll bring you the change. I'll just take the 170.
No man is poor that has.
130 would be enough. This is like putting it. This is just about like probably a small loan of $1 million.
At your guys' level, it is a bit.
Yeah.
Especially considering you guys have been running around a city without taking any form of contract or anything. So.
Yes.
Busy.
All right. I'll pass the 2 platinum back to Darren.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I do need that 2 platinum. I need 20 more. I forgot it was 440.
Yeah.
Keep the platinum.
Okay, so I need. So right now I'm at 420. Nice. Could I have 20 more gold, librarian? I'm so sorry.
I
Okay,
will
here's
chuck you
2
the extra
platinum.
20 gold.
Okay.
Oh,
I
Appreciate
have
it.
87. I will burn that.
Okay, so you're giving that to me. Okay, thank you. All right. Once I got the money, much appreciated, guys. I'll go get the ring now.
Okay, so you sprint back to Ekron's store. You get through the doors and you look at the counter and you see Ekron is just gently polishing the ring in question. Just slowly polishing the exterior of it with a cloth. And he looks up at you. And he goes, "Well, ready
Did
to make
say
a
I was gonna be
purchase?"
quick. Yes, yes, I am.
And he holds up the ring at you.
Yeah. I must say, you are driving a hard bargain, but
My wares are worth the cost, my friend.
I'll have to test him out and find out. But if we do get good results, I'd love to make future business with you.
Wonderful. And he palms the ring into his hand and taps the counter.
Yeah. I shall grab a satchel with 12 platinum and 320 gold.
Okay. So you place it all on the counter. He
Yes.
runs a clawed hand over the top of it, and you watch as his eyes glow, like flash a slight sort of golden light for a moment. And he nods, and he extends his hand for you to shake.
I
Does this
extend my
seem
hand.
suspicious suddenly to anyone?
This does feel a little sus, but you know what? Ekron's a chill dude, but yes, I will shake his hand.
You shake his hand, and when he lets go, you are holding the ring in yours.
Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. I will see you another day.
He nods. Have a wonderful day, my friend, and I do hope for more business in the future. I do love you adventuring types. And he sweeps the money off the counter.
I will wave to him and head back. So I do have a quick question, Darren. What's your bonus in sleight of hand?
+5.
+5. I think it's actually. Wait, no, you're the only one immune to the poison. You're gonna have to be the one to use it. So yeah. I will say I will head back to the tavern and flick the ring over to Darren.
Imagine I have a low dexterity, so I just fumble it for a moment. I can't do it properly.
Okay. So you now have a ring of thief's touch. Which I will send you the stat sheet for after the session, because I don't have it up right now.
Fair enough. All right. So that's all my bases covered. I'm gonna go lie down and have a nice read. There was a book that I was trying to read before. What was the book?
Do you have it written down?
I think it might. Was I trying to read the World Tome?
If you
Possible.
were, things will happen next session.
Okay, I will read the World Tome. Let's let things happen.
Actually, which of you identified the gem?
It was librarian.
Librarian. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that wouldn't. You wouldn't know that. Okay, that's fine. There are things, but things need to happen for other things to happen, so don't worry about it. But yeah, okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going for about 3¼ hours, and I think this is a good point to call the session. No cliffhanger ending today, but next session is bound to be interesting, and hopefully we'll have an Elfie with us next time. Not sure where they've disappeared off to today, but it does happen on occasion. As for now, thank you, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof for joining us this evening. It has been most enjoyable. Have a very good evening, everyone. And I'm going to go raid a Fionn, who's currently playing some Fall Guys. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Have a very good evening, everyone. Very, very good night. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.